Hey you guys, I just saw Beast and wait to hear my review. The new Idris Eldra movie that came out this weekend, which is Beast, and it is pretty good. Okay, before I jump into it, after watching this, if you like it, go ahead and hit that thumbs up for me. If you want to see more of me and my fun movie reviews, go ahead and hit subscribe, and let me jump into it now. Okay, you guys. We have Idris Eldra. He's playing Dr.Nate Samuels. He is taking his two daughters, which is Ayanna Haley and Leah Jeffries, on a African safari. They're meeting up with his friend that's going to be his tour guide that he's known since college. His name is Martin. He's played by something Copley. I'll go ahead and pop his name up. And that is it. The movie just jumps right into it. You know, they're on this safari. They run into this village where they see, something has happened, something terrible has happened. And they're a little worried about what's going on, but they're not too worried because his best friend Martin, or Martin, he is like the lion whisperer. He runs into a pride of lions, and you feel like, okay, no matter what happens, this guy has them because he knows lions. The biggest lions, they're coming up, slapping them on the head, they're rubbing noses, and you're like, okay, this is different, but he's not afraid. They're very welcoming and friendly to him. So he's been around them, and he knows this area, but immediately the movie just throws you in there. Okay, now you have the director Baltasar. You know how I am with pronunciations. Baltasar, come here, I pop his name up. This director is really good at action-packed movies. He's done so many movies. One of my favorites that he did was Two Guns with Denzel Washington and Mark that I am familiar with. And then this movie is written by Jamie Premek Sullivan. As far as Idris, we already know that he can hold a movie because Idris Eldra, he has a lot of film cred. He has been acting for so long, as long as he's been looking good. The first movie that I ever seen him in was Daddy's Girl. And I didn't even know after seeing that movie, that he had a British accent, that he is from England. So it's a scary thing trying to survive a lion attacking you. He is just on the prowl, boy. He is just tormenting them. He just wants to kill them. He is out for revenge. I believe it has something to do with the poachers that's been running around messing with them, killing them off, killing his people off. So I think the main thing about it is that he just wanted revenge on any type of human to save his daughters. And speaking of daughters, it's time for me to tell some tea. It's time for me to tell the tea. Now, I know you heard on TMZ that his daughter, Idris's real daughter, was upset because she couldn't be in this movie. Now, if you guys know or have heard about Hollywood, even though you have children and you're an A-lister actor, your children still have to audition for things. And even with Ice Cube and Straight Outta Compton, his son had to audition to be him. So it doesn't really come that easy. And I think that after watching this movie, Idris said it just wasn't the type of movie for her. I can understand. The girls that played his daughter, one of them, she's almost 30 years old, but you can't tell that she's that old, Ayanna Haley, because she's small. They said she's only 5 feet. I think 5'1" or 5'2". If you've seen pictures of Idris's daughter, Idris is 6'2". His daughter with heels on, she's like right there with him. So she can't 5'8", 5'7". So when you throw her in a movie like this, you just as tall as a daddy. I want you outside helping me fight this lion instead of sitting in the car like, I'm scared. Because the kids were really back to the movie. It's basically like he came, he saw, and he kind of conquers. I don't want to tell you everything, but the movie is only an hour and 30 minutes. And there is one scene in this movie where he is going toe to toe with a lion. I mean, they are just they're just boot, boot, boot. They are fighting. He's like the lion's like throwing them around and stuff. It is just going. It's like whoop, 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 whoop. And that's all I'm gonna tell you about it. So let me put it this way. I read the reviews and people are like, well, it's not realistic. What do you think? A lion would just go ahead and kill everybody? Then it wouldn't be a movie. The movie is only an hour and 30 minutes. The movie would be maybe 40 minutes because it immediately jumps you in there with that lion. And if you want to see somebody getting eaten up, you know, you do see a little bit of that here and there, but the main star eating up, I mean, you can watch stuff like that on the news. You know, you really can. So why not have a movie that is going to remind you of Daniel in the Bible, where he was thrown in the lion's den and the next day he was still alive? Boop, there you go. So why not something like that? You know, it's fun, it's entertaining like that, or a whole bunch of dialogue. Is nothing like that. It jumps you right in there. And then out of this, I'm going to go ahead and give this movie a 10. Why did I give it a 10? I didn't give it a 10 just because he's fine. You know, but the movie was good and he happens to be fine. So I believe the movie is a 10. I think he did a good job. He is a strong actor. He held this movie together. He did what he was supposed to do. It was action-packed. It was short. And I just think it got its point across. Sometimes when you have unresolved issues with your kids or with your family, the dynamics can be off, but it'll take a situation like this to bring your family together. That being said, I'll see you next time. Hey you guys, I am back. I want to take this moment to say rest in peace to my father that passed away about a week and a half ago. And I just wanted to say that I love you, I will miss you, and I'll see you again one day.